ようこそばんさいチャンネルへ。今回もデスストランディングの続きをプレイしていきましょう。さて、ルーが戻ってきて、いつも通りの旅になりそうだな。タールベルトなんだ？最後の都市か。
It's your final destination.
ほう。
Once you use the qubit to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent.
ほうほうほう。
The rebirth of America is so close.
おー、ゴールが見えてきたな。
That's where Amelie is being held captive. We need you to bring her home safely.
わかった。
But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Hartman will help you get it done.
ハートマン。
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why.
なんで？
Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding. Suffice it to say, 1 minute remaining. I don't have much time.See to your preparations.
なんだ、時間がないって。
You'll find an official order on the terminal.
武器はいらないな、今回は。で、車もとりあえずいいか。外にあるしな。ママの遺体。チキン。あ、ロックね。ロックな。
All right, Sam. Take care of her.
あ。
And don't worry, she won't go necro.
ネクロシスしない。なぜだ？
Be funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
預かるぞ。体は離れていても魂は一緒か。よいしょ。いや、オッケー。じゃあ行くか。よいしょ。あ、結構重いんだな。うわっつつつ。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。ちょっとバランス悪いか？あ、そうでもないか。オッケー。じゃあ行くぞ。よいしょ。さて、ここからハートマンの基地だったな。ここか。オッケー。実はね、いろいろとちょっと小細工じゃないんですけれども、ちょっとだけジップラインとかを置いてみました。よいしょ。じゃあ行きましょう。それ。これ楽だぜ。いやー楽ちん。ういやべ、超楽。もうね、長々と運ぶっていうのも疲れてくる頃なんで、ちょっとこういうので楽しないとね。よいしょ。で、ここから先は行けなさそうだな。よし。よいしょ。じゃあ、この先だったかな。よいしょ。オッケー。お、もうついてきた。いいね。ありがたい。よいしょ。あばばば。よし。いて。ごめん。 よっしゃ。いやー。うら。よいしょ。よいしょ。オッケー。ハートマン研究施設。よし。よいしょ。よいしょ。はいはいはいはい。よいしょ。意外と近くて助かったので。そう。よっ。よいしょ。よいしょ。オッケー。はい。よいしょ。よいしょ。オッケー。ここだな。おっ、よいしょ。お待たせ。おしゃれなとこだね。はい。納品。やったぜ。お、配送ロボも終わってんな。よし。お、ありがてえ。よっ、レッツキュビット。お、うわ、おしゃれだな、あの目の前の暖炉みたいな。よいしょ。お、ハートかわいい。いいね。ヒートユニットなんだろう。オッケー。こっちかな。さて、ドアを開ける。こんにちは。お届け物だよーって、なんだこの蘇生までって。BT？ あ、作り物か。おっかねえな、おい。なんか、床がマットレスみたいになってんな。おしゃれー。なんだか光もなんかピンク色でおしゃれだな。いいね。おしゃれだな。あら、古いレコードタイプのやつがあるな。クジラか。デスストランディングに関係ありそうだな。あとは家族の写真か。6、5、4。なんか心肺停止してますけど。
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please, lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the scene an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549. I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
Oh, so you could say goodbye?
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man?
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War-era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
え何これ ?3 分待ってなきゃいけないのめんどくせえな。AED。はあ。ママ。これは ?BT の復元モデル。はあ。いや、おしゃれだね。住んでるところが。羨ましいぜ。お、これは ?BT の復元モデル。お金ー。これはあ、ない。これもない。あ、これはあった。タールベルトに浮上したオルドビスキの鉱石。なんじゃそら。これは推測された BT のイラスト。骸骨だね。推測された BT の出現プロセス。なんだろうこれ。クジラがどんどん変形して、なんか化け物になってるぞ。違う？デスストランディング直後に発見されたカイラル結晶。手の形してんだよね。これはデスストランディング直後に発見されたクリプトビオシス。クマムシみてえだな。こっちは追消滅ボイドアウトのクレーターから発見された未知の鉱石。これは骨董品のレコードプレイヤー。いいもの持ってんじゃないが。家族だな。ありし日の家族の肖像。明日に橋を架けるブリッジズ。あ、クジラ。クジラの骨格標本。意外といろんなとこにいろいろあるんだな。おしゃれー。あとは、あと30秒。早く起きてくれー。砂時計。ライフサイクルをつながる、司るカイラル砂時計。ライフサイクルを見守るモニター。下になんかあるかな。なんもねえや。あとは何もなさそうだな。あと5秒よ。4、3、2、1。
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me. As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though. Even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a Prepperone station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute.
いいのか。
Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
大丈夫か。
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact.
なるほどね。
I'll
だか
unlock
ら
the door for you.
床もエアマットだったんだ。優しいね。何してんだよ。
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
Use of weapons is prohibited. Use of weapons is prohibited.
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar.
tar?
The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. Now, we don't know the first thing about Amelie's status or what Higgs is up to.
なんか
That's
企ん
a
でそうだ
concern for
な。
us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edgenot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in
Evo-Devo
one
って
go.
何？
Once all three are on the grid, come back here.
わかった。
Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
了解だ。じゃあ、サム指名依頼でしょ。これと、あ、こっちか。じゃあ、これと、はい。ほい。
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination.
大丈夫なの
No
か
doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig.
やばそうだ
Until
な。
the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve.
うん。
So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
わかった。
Administering shock.
ん
Stand clear.
んおお、生き
Stranding
返っ
the
た。
team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth.
なる
It's
ほ
the
ど。
most recent of the Big Five,
Big
and one of
Five.
the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable.
何
Can you guess what it was?
わかん
A
ない。
fossil beach.
ビーチの
That
化
is
石
indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
わかった。
One more thing, Sam.
なんだ
For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb.
物
Bridges
質ダメだ。
paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open.
そんなもん
Now,
私大
hopefully,
丈
I
夫か
don't
よ
need。to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives.
Huh.
But in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no
Well,
matter what.
ヒートユニット。なんだ
Thermal
これ
pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather operations, especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
はーいただこう。オッケー。じゃあ、あとは、何持ってっか。ロープ用パイルちょっと持ってっか。雪山だしな。あとは、パワーグラブあるでしょ。血液グレネードはある。オッケー。よし。物質だ。
I'm sure you haven't
結構
forgotten.
重たいな、こ
You
れ。
need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle.
乗り物
Any
もダメ。マ
irregularities
ジ
should
か。
trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
わかった。へえ。よし。で、今回。よし、出勤。よいしょ。いや、結構重たいな。
Order assigned.
よし。いやー、だいぶ重たいぞ、これ。なんだ
So, Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself.
ハートの
For
湖
21 minutes,
ね。
he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest.
うんうんうん。
Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life.
こっちか。OK。なんか割と近いじゃん。
But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him.
うん
Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased.
うん。なるほど
And
ね。
now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, but I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out there.
あっちか
As I
ー。
mentioned before,
あっち
this
だ
region
け
is
ダ
rich
メだ。
in memories of death, extinction.
よいし
It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
だけど笑ったけど、やべ、聞いてなかった。すまん、なんか、言ってた？ごめんごめん。あ、結構ちょっと、体力が。お水飲んどこう。お水っていうか、もうえなか。よし。飲めない？凍っちゃったのかな？この上か。いやー、大変でございますね。あ、そっか、でも、今回ビークルは乗れないんだよな。そうか。まあ、頑張るしかねえな。よいしょ。さて、まっすぐだね。いやー、これ結構厳しいぞ。お、はしごがある。ありがてえ。この上かー。結構厳しそうだなー。おまけにぶつかったら終わりだもんな。よいしょ。お、はしごがあるではないか。ありがとう。作ってくれた人。サンキュー。あらら。いや、結構あれだね。何これ。またあれじゃん、ホライゾンのウォッチャーじゃないか。いやー、これ登るの大変だな。あっちから行くか。いやー、これ結構厳しいの。これきついぜ。早く半分室爆弾をどっかに置いちゃいたいな。何？うわ。いるんかーい。うわ、マジかよ。まあ、いるよねそりゃ。両手で踏ん張って。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。ほら、頑張れ頑張れ。よいしょ。モンスター飲んで。オッケー。さてどうすか。これは、こっちから行けなさそうだな。登るしかねえな。よいしょ。よいしょ。で、この先か。いやー、これは大丈夫か登って。橋持ってくればよかった。いや、これ無理だろう。もうちょっと登れるところ探さないと。危ないよね。よっ。よいしょ。ゆっくり行こう。よいしょ。いやー、雪山厳しいね、こりゃ。よいしょ。あ、近いな。こう降りていこうかな、じゃあ。こう降りていきますか。あ、やべ。ホワイトアウトになってきた。まずいな。スタミナめっちゃ減るの早いな。よいしょ。オッケー。前が見えないよ。もうちょっとだな。結構割と近くて助かった。よいしょ。サムのスタミナが減り、荷物の重量が負担となっている。マジか。頑張りましょう。いやー、前見えない。やばい。前が全く見えません。前が見えね でももうちょっとだな。結構近いぞ。よいしょ。ゆっくり行こう。あ、見えてきた。やったねー。おっと、これは、あれかな。こいつの出番か。あれ必要な空間がない。なんで？おい！よし。これは下に行けそうだな。よいしょ。こっち合ってるよね。21メートル、29メートル。やべ！足りるこれ。よいしょ。もうちょっとこっち。16メートル、15メートル。やべえ、足りるかこれ。危ねえ。もうちょっと下に行けるかな。8メートル、7メートル、6メートル、5メートル、3、2、1。このぐらいが限界か。OK。離して。で、したら、もう一本。よいしょ。うい。よし。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。オッケー。よし。あと50メートル。よし、いけるいける。やべっ。あれー。よいしょ。お、着いたー。これはこのままいけるのか。よし。ほい。いや、雪山めっちゃ難しいな。いや、めっちゃ危なかった。あぶねー。はいはい、お待たせー。よいしょ。はい、納品だよー。ほいっと。
Sam Bridges. Oh, thank God for that.
めちゃくちゃ大変だったよ。
I was worried you might not get here in time, but then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of days stuff. I put the nightmares down to fatigue. The possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we got it before the suicidal stage.
おいおいおい。
It's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work.
大丈夫だ。
I started to wonder if I'd ever see these meds. I guess you really are good at what you do. Huh?
お、どう
Thank
も
you.
やったー。いいね
Oh, yes. Right then. If you'd do the honors.
ー。頼む。よいしょ。レッツキューピット。いやーでもしかしまだ核爆弾なんてね、半物質が残ってんだよなー。そこが厄介だ。頭真っ白になっちゃってるよ。よいしょ。よし。いいねー。お、ロープ用パイル2。ありがてえ。どう？
Just like that, I'm part of the UCA, with access to a treasure trove of historical research materials.
よかった
Studying
ね。
this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now, assuming I can prove once and for all that that's what it is.
頼むぞ。
Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with
6550万
everyone.
年前。
Can you believe I found
昔だ
chiral
ね。
deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years? Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
マジか。
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at
思
this.
想は歴史って言う
Do
し
you
な。
see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the Chiralian readings. In the distant past, earthquakes cause frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of Chiralium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches.
じゃあ今がビッグ6目ってことかな。
You've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains. But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
了解。
Good work. New.
じゃあさっきのレベル2をちょっともらっておきますか。 OK でこうしてと OK よし、じゃあ続きいきますか。お、雪止んでんじゃん。こっからじゃあここだな。どっちだ。あ、違うか。じゃあな。よし、行くぞ。よいしょ。いやー、雪山結構大変だな。よいしょ。よし。まだ半物質の爆弾抱えてるから、ぶつけたら速攻終わりだな。気をつけないと。よいしょ。よいしょ。おい、危ねえ。ルーからいいねもらった。わーい。嬉しいな。ビビじゃねえや。ルーだったな。あ、そうか、バッテンのところ危ねえんだよな。え？荷物ケースの収益吸収性が上がった。マジかよ。まあ元からねえようなもんだけどな。だって、何あれ？BT じゃなさそうだぞ。何これ？何これ？謎。おっと。結構急だな、こりゃ。これ降りちゃった方がいいかな。どうしよう。まあ降りるしかねえよな。おっと。うわ、危ねえ。ゆっくり行こう。こっちか。ほう。よいしょ、ゆっくり。危ねえ。これはこのまままっすぐか。じゃあよっと、はい、一回降りちゃおう。よっと、よいしょ。おかねー。 よいしょ。半分質爆弾なんて届けさせんじゃねえよ、まったく。よし。レッド。ゆっくり行きましょう。まあ、とはいってもちょっとそろそろ時間が来ちゃってるからな。急がないと。8メートル、6メートル、4メートル、3メートル。やばい、足りなーい。よいしょ。しょうがねえな。ちょっと待って。ロープ離して。はい。よいしょ。オッケー。よいしょ。よいしょっと。オッケー。よし。で、こっからまっすぐだな。よし。うっと。よいしょ。おっと。ファイナル決勝があるということは、この辺りに、BB が、BB じゃねえや、BT がいそうだな。よいしょ。ここからは、どうすれば、見えてきたー。よいしょ。危ねえ。よいしょ。見えてきたぞー。あっちだよな。オッケーオッケー。よいしょ。いやー、遠かったぜー。フローターとかなー、使って滑り落ちたら、スッといけるんだけど、半物質爆弾があるから、そうも言ってらんねえしな。お、見えてきたー。もうちょっとだー。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。あ、そうか。道しるべみたいな感じになってるのか。なるほどねー。よし。待って待って。ゆっくり行こう。ゆっくりだ。ここでこけたら一発で終わる。ゆっくり行こう。ゆっくりゆっくりゆっくり。ゆっくりゆっくりゆっくり。よし。お待たせー。とんでもねえ。ものの宅配便だよー。よっ。
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig.
よかったね。
I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated.
マジかよ。
Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
よし。やったー。エリートトランスポーター。トランスポーター級グレード4エリートトランスポーターにアップしました。不屈の配送が注目されています。やったぜ。OK。これで繋がないって言ったらぶっ飛ばすぞ。レッツキュービット。よし。いいねー。超増えてきた。お、チャージ受け継グレネード。なんだそりゃ。すごーい。
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
なんだ
A local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200 million-year-old ammonite, which looks, says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord.
そんなのか。人体。へー。
Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does a dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment.
いや、まあしょうがないよ。だって、雪山めっちゃ大変だもん。
The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
Okay.
That fossil could represent an epical discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond to the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
わかったよ。いやー、雪山大変すぎでしょ。あんまりここやりたくねえな、もう。はい、ということで、そろそろ時間が上がってまいりました。次回、この次からやっていきましょう。この動画をお気に召しましたら、ぜひチャンネル登録、高評価をお願いします。それではまたどこかでお会いしましょう。さよなら、さよなら、さよなら。貧乏万歳でした。体を離れていても魂は一緒か。これ楽だぜ。やばい、超楽。もうね、長々と運ぶっていうのも疲れてくる頃だね。なんか心肺停止してますけど。何してんだよ。前が見えねえ。これで繋がないって言ったらぶっ飛ばすぞ。アンモナイト。醤油垂らして焼いて食ったらうまそうだな。